Welcome to the Cybertruck unveil.
A Cybertruck unveil has happened. What did we learn? Well, the performance and range estimates obviously are not what was unveiled in 2019, where the tri-motor top tier would get 500 plus miles. Well, I guess you could say the range extender gets us close, 470 miles. However, that is on the mid-tier all-wheel drive Cybertruck. If you go to the top tier, which you would expect the most mileage, well, at least per the unveil you would, you only get 440 miles. And that comes at about a third of the bed in cubic space for that range extender for an unknown amount. Some are saying 16,000, some possibly 10 or 8. Either way, at one point, the tri-motor Cybertruck at the unveil at 500 miles at about approximately $80,000 was the best value proposition for Tesla range out of any electric car on the market. So at I guess you would consider it stock, 320 mile range on the top tier, biggest vehicle you could possibly put a battery pack is vastly underwhelming. So some have said the all-wheel drive at 340 mile range is 13% higher battery range than what was announced at the unveil. However, that comes at approximately a plus 60% price increase. That's a very tough value proposition to stomach for anyone, especially those who opted for the dual wheel or all wheel dual motor. That was sort of your sweet spot. It wasn't the best value given the miles for price. I guess arguably $50,000 for about 300 miles is a good. That's a good value at the time. Maybe in 2019, we are 2023. Other electric companies have entered the ring. We have Lucid, who is a struggling company that's supposedly has a 500 plus mile range vehicle, and they're able to deliver on that, or to be seen. However, Cybertruck and Tesla have this history of announcing unveils and specs that they tend to underpromise and overdeliver, and here we have vastly done the opposite. We have a company who has vastly overpromised and vastly underdelivered. So what do we call that? What do we say about that? What do we say about what customers were told in 2019 for a relatively small amount of money, $100, to place their order for a Cybertruck, their reservation rather, not order, but a reservation for a piece of technology that is going to be far advanced than any electric car that even Tesla currently had offered at the time. At one point, Tesla offered a 520 plus mile range Model S. I think that was the Plaid Plus. That is no longer on the table. One cannot order or own that vehicle. It doesn't exist. Why was that even an option? I have no idea. The Cybertruck, at one point, 500 plus mile range, tri-motor. That's what I ordered, with full self-driving. A nice, cool, I don't know, $87,000. Now, probably somewhere 115,000, 120,000 miles, dollars. It doesn't come anywhere close to what was unveiled. What the expectations at anyone could have imagined. 440 plus miles with a range extender at the cost of cubic feet of storage for a vehicle who has already lost a number of the storage compartments that it was supposed to have from the unveil, secret hidden sale compartments. You know, you can argue it any which way you want, but ultimately this was not what was unveiled in 2019. You can blame it on the pandemic, you can blame it on supply chain, you can blame it on a number of things, but none of those would attribute to the fact that the technology is just not there. So what do we take from that? Essentially, the unveil and the technology at the time of 2019, Tesla believed they had something that they could get 500 plus mile range from a vehicle as a truck. That did not happen. Battery day. The technology that they believed that they could produce with all the performance and all the efficiencies and everything that seemed so far, too good to be true, in fact, was too good to be true. They did not deliver on it. No sense, no indication that the Cybertruck has that new battery technology. No indication that the current battery technology has reached that of which they introduced at Battery Day. What do you call that? What do you take from that? I'd hate to use